Welcome to the Embrace Strength podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Crocker. I am an experienced trainer and active life professional. I work with people who are struggling with nagging pain to get back to the activities they love without fear of re-injury. This podcast is here to educate and provide value to you on all things health, fitness, staying active, and personal development. Let's dive in. Hello. Welcome back to the pod. Welcome back to the weekly recap. This is weekly recap number 6, I believe. And this is coming at you on a Monday because the second half of last week, your girl was struggling. I was pretty sick last week. Basically from Tuesday on, I was a little not worthless, but definitely on the struggle bus and like just doing my bare minimums every single day. And on Friday, I was like, you know what? I'm doing the weekly recap on Monday. It's not the end of the world. So I'm doing last week's recap today for you guys. But yeah, the first point is exactly what I just said with being sick the back half of last week. And I 100% know that it's from the stress of the past few weeks with the move, just being like under recovered in general. And then I guess 2 weekends ago now, we were away for a friend's wedding. So that meant like a weekend of little sleep, drinking alcohol. And so was just going into the week like super run down. And then I woke up on Tuesday and I was like, I feel like I'm getting sick. This makes total sense. And so I really just tried to take it easy last week to try and recover and get better. And I feel much better today. I still have some like sinus drainage situation happening, but definitely overall better. And trying to look at it this way, at least we're moving through the sickness before we move next week. And yeah, so that's good at least. And with that being said, yeah, a week from today, our stuff is getting packed up, which is so wild that the move is pretty much almost here. And it's very exciting, but yeah, it's crazy. And like with that being said, April's almost over. And that's like even more crazy because it's like we're heading into summer. And I feel like January was like 6 months long, and then I blinked and now it's almost May. But it just be like that, you know? Time goes by fast, but definitely going through an exciting transition right now and preparing for that. I am trying my best to anticipate what's ahead for the next few weeks, trying to get ahead on some work things that will make my life easier once we do move, trying to brainstorm like what are ways I can help my nervous system feel safe even with the uncertainty of moving places. It's something I've been chatting with my mentor about this morning because moving homes is basically one of the most dysregulating things that we can do to our bodies because our system gets used to like, oh, this is my home, this is my safe space, like this is my routine, and that helps us just our nervous system feels safe. And when we mess with that routine, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for our system. And, you know, I might notice myself having more mental spirals than usual. But yeah, I don't know. Just what I've decided I'm going to do is unpack as soon as possible once our stuff is delivered, basically. Moves in the past, I have struggled to unpack quickly, and it just like drags on the feeling of being settled. And this time I don't want to do that at all. I'm going to prioritize getting unpacked as soon as possible, making sure things have their place as soon as possible so that I feel like we can settle in. And so hoping that our stuff does get delivered when they say it's going to, because if that's the case, then we'll have the weekend to unpack. But even if it comes late, I'll be making unpacking my priority because it's going to make my life a lot easier. So yeah, I think just anticipating that and just mentally deciding what I'm focusing on my business over the next couple of months, making a plan for that, because I basically want like decisions made now so that when we are in the process of moving and unpacking, I don't have to quote unquote think as much or use that muscle of planning as much, because it's really hard to use that mental muscle of planning when you're having some life chaos. So I want to try and get ahead of that, and so that I just have to like show up and execute and it's just, I don't have to have that extra, open tabs in my head, I guess. So yeah, basically just trying to really prepare the best that I can, which does feel good because this is really the most mentally prepared that I've been for a cross-country move, which sounds funny to say out loud, but it's true. I really feel like on my other cross-country moves, I was literally just flying by the seat of my pants, and that just made it a lot more dysregulating and a lot more stressful too. So anyways, doing our best out here. Let's see what else happened last week. Patrick and I celebrated 1 year of being married, so that was really fun, and I cannot believe that we've been married for a year. Like, time really does go by so fast, but that was super fun. We went to our favorite sushi spot, went for a walk by the lake, and hung out, played games, did our thing. It was a very Patrick and Ashley weekend. So that was good, especially with what is coming up. We're going to have not chill weekends over the next few weekends. So I was glad we had that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this weekly recap. A little more on the boring side, but that is what I've been working with over the past week. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Thanks for listening.